Yeousch!
EducationalComedy.
Hello and welcome. For those of you who do not know, this is a show where you comment down below, ask me any type of question, and I try to answer you, educate you, and make you laugh. My comment today is from Judicator, and they said, what would your ideal job be and why? Way too many going through my head right now. A cab driver, circus clown, a blonde receptionist at a nice hotel, those guys in like the World War II movies that like tap out Morse code for ship captains, a corn maze professional, the voice actor of Winnie the Pooh, a race car driver. To be honest though, there's no perfect job. Everything has its ups and downs. So that's why I'm going to take this opportunity to rant about work in general. Because to be honest, I don't think I've ever had a full rant on anything. So let's talk about all the shit that grinds my gears. One thing that always bothers me is when a company's asking for like 2 years experience, when the job they're trying to fill takes like 2 weeks to learn. Or when someone with 30 years experience gets hired over someone with 5 years experience. I've worked at places where I've been a better employee than people who've been there for 20 years. Because once you learn everything about a job, it doesn't matter if you've been there 2 years or 20 years.
Means nothing.
And also if someone comes in and says, hey, I've drove forklift for 30 years, you shouldn't hire them. You should feel bad for them and be like, seriously, you want to drive a forklift your entire life for minimum wage? Do something else. Do anything else. Just don't do one shitty job your whole life. And another thing that really pisses me off is in order to be a car salesman, you need experience. How do you ever get experience when every car dealership asks for experience? It makes no sense. And please don't tell me that people actually go to college to learn how to tell people facts about cars. Because that's all they do. They tell you, yeah, it comes with 4 seats and doors. Sweet, I want to buy the car. And another thing that bothers me, since we're in a recession, all the companies can be really picky about who they hire. Oh, that light's bright. I saw an ad the other day for summer camp counselors. They're basically asking for babysitters. That's all it is. It's just a camp. And a requirement to work there was that you have to attend at least 1 year of college. Any type of college. Go to college for anything. That's the only way you can get in. Fucking why? Tell me why that makes any sense. Now moving on to the next thing I hate. I hate it when parents think it's cute when like their 4-year-old son says, I can't wait to grow up and go to work like you, Daddy. That's not cute. That's just an uneducated kid. There's nothing better than being a little kid with no responsibilities. And I wouldn't take any job over my childhood. So if your kid's like 4 years old and ever says anything like that, set him in a sandbox and then give him like plastic dinosaurs to play with. Make having a job the last thing on their mind. And now I'm gonna get into the worst thing about jobs. It's what I like to call Satan's asshole. And that is online applications. Now back in the day when you wanted a job, all you had to do was show up to the place and they would sit down with you, interview you, ask you questions, your first time even walking in the door. But now the application process has turned into this big online shit pile where you spend hours filling out applications for jobs you probably won't get. And sometimes you fill out all your information and you get right to the end when it has a little submit button and you go to click it and the link's broken because they don't have a tech guy that fixes their website. So then you call the store and you say, hey, I want to apply, how can I do that? And then they tell you the only way you can apply is to go online.
So stupid.
But the worst thing about online applications is the assessment questions. Ugh. Now for those of you who have never had a job or have never applied anywhere, I'm going to give you a little heads up of what you're getting yourself into. So these assessment tests are usually just like 20 questions that are reworded like 3 or 4 times. And they're basically seeing if you're being honest and will answer the same questions with the same answers. But then it starts to get stupid because they reword it in ways where you don't want to answer it with the same answer because it makes you look like an asshole. For example, when you're having a bad day, you are still nice to people. Yeah, I mean, if I'm having a bad day, I'm not going to take it out on anyone else. But then later down the line, they ask, you sometimes fake being polite. Well then yeah, I kind of sound like an asshole when you put it that way. And now I feel bad about myself. You see what you did? Assholes. And then there's questions you get to that are just the stupidest thing anyone can ask. Do you get nervous sometimes? Yeah, I'm human. Gotten nervous before. Awesome. Next question. Do you get frustrated when dealing with an angry customer? Show me anyone in the world that when someone comes up to them and starts screaming in their face, they're going to be totally calm and on the inside just Carefree. Some people cannot be trusted. You're so fucking stupid. Yeah, North Korea can't be trusted. Next question. When you were a kid, did you like to share? No, I was too busy getting beat by my father. But I'm glad this is need-to-know information so that I can stock your shelves on third shift. What I'm getting at, though, is just stop the pointless bullshit. All these questions are what interviews are for. There should be two processes. You fill out an application saying, here's my name, here's where I've worked before. Then you come in for an interview, they ask you some personal questions, and then you get the fucking job. And don't use the excuse that you're going green by not using paper applications. Your company pumps out 40 semi-loads of receipts a day, so go fuck yourself. And go back to the old system that we know works. Well, everybody, that is it for me. So yeah, you know the drill. If you want to be featured on next week's episode, please leave a comment down below asking me any type of question, or you can record your face asking me a question and send it to me as a video response. And don't forget to thumbs up. So yeah, that's about all I have to say, so I will see you next Monday.